Hello there everyone, this is Steve and I'm joined by my good friend here.
My name is Billy Bob, and we're going to be commentating on the match between the Coin Master, coach of Team Coin, while he faces off against Pidge Gaming, coach of the Essex Espeons.
You are right there, Billy Bob. For those who don't know, this is EBL, stands for Elite Battle League. The rules are that it is going to be singles battles format, no held items, and they have 3 restrictions. They can bring 2 of them to the battle, and they are not allowed to rationalize either of the restrictions that they bring.
Ooh, man, the more I'm reading these rules, the more I'm liking them every single week. But we do have Pidge Gaming over here, coach of the Essex Espeons. They have Moriadon, Roaring Moon, Magirna, Ditto, River Room, Serena, Camerupt, Meteor, and Palafin. While we have the Coin Master, coach of the Team Coin, is going to be bringing Greninja, Renucleus, Terrakion, Skarmory, Hatterene, Kirum, Dondozo, Shaman Sky, and the Torkoal.
You all right there, Billy Bob. These 2 teams are going to be very cool for watching against each other. And from what I understand, these 2 have a long history of fighting against each other. We're going to be seeing what their battle here looks like here today. Here we are in the battle preview. Wow, the Coin Master has bought Greninja, Renucleus, Terrakion, Torkoal, Dondozo, and Shaman Sky, while Pidge Gaming has brought Reveroom, Moriadon, Magirna, Serena, Palafin, and Camerupt.
I believe this is Serena's first time coming into an EBL match. Very late arrival for the season, but nonetheless it arrived itself. That Moriadon is going to be very hard to fight because it does have the ability Hadron Engine, which brings electric terrain and it also boosts the Pokemon special attack. That is going to be one tough thing to try to take out.
You are correct there, Billy Bob. It seems like the Coin Master here has elected not to bring his Kirum this time. And see, this is the second fight in the last few weeks here that we have seen him not bring the Kirum. Maybe because the Moriadon and everything else just takes it out really well.
You are correct there. It just seems like between the Roaring Moon, the Magirna, and the Moriadon, it just seems like that Kirum is not going to have a good matchup against this battle here. We also do have to watch out for the Palafin as well because it's got 0 to hero, which means that it goes in as a little bitty dolphin, and then whenever you switch it out and bring it back in, it's going to be all buffed up. I think the kids call it anime. There was a character like All Might, and basically almost the same thing.
You are correct there. It is basically like All Might from My Hero Academia, and we do see the Palafin come out first versus Greninja on the Team Coin Master's side. Greninja is a really good Pokemon. It's got Battle Bond, it's got Protein. As we can see here, it's got a pretty diverse moveset and everything. I wonder if Pidge Gaming is going to be switching out versus trying to do a move to switch out.
Yeah, because he has stayed in once or twice with just the regular Palafin, but we also do know that you have to switch out the Palafin in order to get anything done. Just like you see here, we see the Palafin being switched out, and we do see the next Pokemon, which is going to be the Moriadon. Holy cow, that Moriadon is already out.
You are right there, Billy Bob. That Moriadon's already out, and it seems like this battle is not going to be a slow burner. This one is going to be very fast, very quick. The Coin Master is already on the back pedal trying to figure out how to take down this Moriadon.
Let me see here. He does have a few Pokemon, like the Big Tuna's got Unaware, which means that it does ignore the special attack raises, but it is a water type, so it is not very good there. Torkoal is very defensive. Shaman Sky is going to be able to resist the, electric type moves because it's grass, but we also have to worry about ice being grass and flying.
You are right there. It seems like the Coin Master has chosen the Chin, the Terrakion. What moves are we going to see here on this Terrakion that's going to help? We do see the Earthquake here, which should, with the damage from U-Turn, hopefully knock out the Moriadon. Hopefully Moriadon cannot take out the Terrakion as well.
That is very true. Earthquake is going to be very effective here. Unlike the grassy terrain, the electric terrain does not matter against the Earthquake move at all. I wonder what the Pidge Gaming is going to be bringing on the Moriadon versus the Terrakion. It does have a plethora of moves that it can learn, plus his signature move, Electro Drift. That is one very scary move. It also has brought before like Parabolic Charge, even Dazzling Gleam. So we have to figure out what the moves is going to be. We do see the Electro Drift, which, oh my gosh, is going to be a lot of damage. But it lives on 1 HP!
Oh my gosh, Billy Bob, we get to see the Terrakion live at 1 HP, but then so does the Moriadon! Oh no, team.
The Coin Master here is in such a predicament. The Miraidon is going to be able to outspeed, which is very unfortunate for the Coin Master. If he had just brought something else in order to outspeed, he would be able to take down the Miraidon. We do see here that the Coin Master does try to protect to get a little bit of scouting done, possibly also with the stall out the electric terrain. Yeah, because for those who do not know, the electric terrain only lasts for 5 moves, so it's not a bad idea to try to protect. But I do agree, it's very unfortunate that the Coin Master didn't bring any priority on anybody to take down the Miraidon, which Miraidon does outspeed his entire team, and we do have to worry about that here as well. He's trying to check out the terrain, see what he could do, but there's not much he could do. This Terrakion's definitely going to go down. It just depends on how Pidge Gaming is going to be handling this Miraidon with such low HP. We do see the Electro Drift again, which is, we know, more than enough to take down the Terrakion. This will be something for the Coin Master to remember next time, just in case this battle happens again like last time, but we do not know. But we do see the Terrakion go down, and now we see the Coin Master having to figure out who he wants to bring out. He does seem to be wanting to bring out that Dondozo, as we could definitely see here. The Dondozo's got a ground Terra type, which so far we can tell is going to be working very well against the Miraidon, because ground neutralizes all electric type moves, his immunity and everything. We do have to wonder if he wants to terrestrialize now or if he wants to do something here in a minute. He's even figuring that out himself. I think this next move he just did is good, is Protect. It's going to stall out that electric terrain, lower it by itself, forcing him to either maybe want to try to switch out to keep the Miraidon, because it does outspeed with the Hadron engine, or if he decides to let this thing go down. He also learns out what move he wants to do here as well. Getting rid of the electric terrain is good just because it gets rid of the electric boost. But we do see the Terra here on the Dondozo. We just have to hope that Miraidon doesn't choose any move besides electric. You all right there, Billy Bob. It would be very unfortunate if the Miraidon decided to go for like a Dragon type move, a Fairy type move, any other move besides electric type move. But we don't see it because the Parabolic Charge comes into effect, does not affect Big Tuna, and Big Tuna is able to take out the Miraidon with the Earthquake, which is good because now it should be able to deal with a lot of other Pokemon, but now that Palafin is going to be very deadly against this Pokemon. You are correct there, Palafin. Oh my gosh, this Pokemon, it's such a menace whenever it goes into hero form. It's basically almost got the same stats as a legendary Pokemon, but it's not. That is the weirdest and craziest thing to happen in Pokemon, just having regular Pokemon. Like, I think the last time that happened was Slaking with Gen 3, but they nerfed it by having Torrent. You are right there. Having Truant had definitely helped against the Slaking here. We do see Sereni come out, which the Coin Master is able to, looks like he's going to be bringing up the Torkoal. I have very good choice as well, with high defense being a fire type, should easily be able to counter anything the Serena here has on it. We do see that the Torkoal has Drought, and it seems to be the favorite ability of the Coin Master here as well with Drought. There is other abilities like White Smoke and Battle and Shell Armor, but it seems like he's been bringing Drought every single fight. We do see the Teeter Dance go off, which is something you normally don't see in the EBL and singles competitive and stuff like that, but it is not a bad move considering the fact that it does confuse the opponent and allows her for some shenanigans out on the field. We do have to wonder what the Serena is going to be doing next after this Teeter Dance. There's not much I think he could do because Torkoal's got such a high defense stat, it's not much that he can do, which it seems the Pidge Gaming does agree with me. I wonder who he's going to be going out into. He's going to bring out the Camerupt. Alright, that is going to be something here. We see the two fire types versus each other, but Camerupt does have the advantage because it is a ground type, which is super effective on Torkoal. But we do see that the Camerupt is now drowsy. For those who don't know, Yawn is a 2-turn move, or at least not a 2-turn move, but a 2-turn effect move, which means that it makes the Pokemon sleepy on the first turn, and then it puts them to sleep on the next turn. It always gives the opponents something they have to think about here. Do they want a Pokemon going to sleep, or are they going to have to switch out? You all right there, Billy Bob. 9 times out of 10, we do see some people switch out to make sure they don't happening just like here to prevent Pokemon from going to sleep, but we have seen it once or twice where a person has stayed in just to make sure that they are good at everything. We do see both sides deciding to switch out here, one because of the confusion, one because of the sleep, and then we do see the Greninja versus the Serena here. Now, Greninja would normally be not very good here because of the fact that it is a water dark type, but with the ability Protean, it is going to be able to change up to the flying type because of acrobatics here, and we're going to see how much damage this is going to do against the Serena. which it lives on 1 HP as well. We do see the power whip go off on the Greninja, only dealing half HP. We know the Greninja is going to be outspeed this arena. My gosh, this seems to be the battle of 1 HP. I cannot agree with you more. The Miraidon and the Serena living on 1 HP is so deadly. But we do see here that the Coin Master makes a smart move by doing U-turn. It gets the Pokemon out of there, and it gets able to bring out again to activate Protein once again. There are a number of good Pokemon that Greninja can do something against, and it's good to try to preserve it, even though it's already now Flying type. I do have to agree with you, Billy Bob, there. It is nice to be able to do U-turn and switch out the Pokemon and everything. We do see Pidge Gaming here taking a moment to figure out if he wants to let the Serena go down, which he chooses not to let it go down. We do get to see him switch out, and he's going to be bringing out another Pokemon, which is going to be the Reverum. Very good. Normally it would resist the flying type attacks. It's also still going to resist the U-turn, so those who do not know, Reverum is a steel poison type. It does have a few good moves, and it has a really good ability and stuff like that. So we do get to see here what the Reverum is going to be doing. And we see the Coin Master bringing out the Torkoal. Seems like, although the Sunlight did not get to come with him this time, but we do know that Torkoal has high defense and high HP. As we can see right here, is shown by the Coin Master. It is maxed out HP and defense, so we know anything that the Reverum is going to do is the Torkoal is going to be able to eat. We do know that the Reverum gets like Magnet Rise to avoid the ground type hits. It gets like Shift Gear, stuff like that. This is a Pokemon meant to be set up. But we do see Pidge Gaming here switch out as well. It seems like he doesn't want nothing to happen. And we do this Serene come into play. Looks like it's going to be a clean switch in for Pidge Gaming because he is going to let the Serene go down and get a safe switch in to another Pokemon. Very smart. We understand why now he decided to let the Serene live. You are correct. That is a very good thing to let that Serene live because then he gets a clean switch into the Camerupt. He seems to be favoring the Camerupt versus the Torkoal here. I wonder what the reason is why. That is something we have to wonder about too. But it is not that hard to think about just because the fact that it is a ground type versus the Torkoal. Even though Torkoal is built physically defensive, Camerupt can be special or physical, which means that also the ground type moves could be special. And if that is the case, Torkoal is not going to be able to outdo this Camerupt at all. That is going to be very bad for the Torkoal here. We do see the Coin Master seem to be choosing what he wants to do, and I cannot tell you this battle has made me get on the edge of my seat. I have to agree with you there, Billy Bob. This battle has been intense so far since Turn 1. We see the Fissure coming from the Camerupt. For those who do not know, Fissure is a one-hit KO move. If it manages to land against the Pokemon, it will destroy the Pokemon, no matter what the defense stat, HP stat, abilities, no matter what. The only ability that it can save it would be the Sturdy. With the Temper Flare, we do see that the Shaman Sky is taken care of. And for those who do not know, Temper Flare works just like Stomping Tantrum. If the move fails before the Temper Flare is being used, then the Temper Flare will be double damage. That is a very good move, considering you are trying to run Fissure as well. We do see the Fissure run on to the Torkoal, and it seems that the Coin Master is not knowing that Temper Flare is the move that gets powered up by moves being missed, and is thinking of the move Raging Fury, where it means it's just like a Fire-type Outrage. It does it 33 times, is locked in the move, and it makes it to where the Pokemon is confused. Now, the Coin Master here has to make a decision because Fissure can land at any moment, which is very bad for his team here right now. He probably needs the Torkoal for the Palafin. He could use the Greninja for the Palafin as well, because it'll be a water type to hit the Jet Punch. He needs the Dondozo to make sure to take out the rest of the team, and the Dondozo a decent HP to take out the Palafin and the Magearna as well. We do see that the Coin Master is trying to figure out which Pokemon he wants to get into, so he brings out the Prime Minister, which is not a bad Pokemon here as well, is able to do eat hits really, really well, and at the same time, hopefully be able to do something against the Camerupt. We do see he brought the Stored Power set. Oh, man, that same set, that messed up. Game reviews, the Detroit Quackables the last time? Yes, it is the same move. And we get to see the Coin Master use Accent Armor again, which is going to be very good considering the fact that he raises the fence up really high. But we see the Fissure land on the Renucleus! Oh my gosh, we get to see the Fissure! That is insane, Billy Bob. That is insane. It is right to freak out because that fissure only has a 30% chance to hit. And seeing that move hit in the battle against a Pokemon that can set up its defenses is very crucial for it. We do see the Coin Master here bring out the Greninja. It is able to use Protein but can turn it to a pure water type. And we do have to wonder, even though with the sun it isn't going to take out the camera, which it does, this battle is so intense from both sides switching out. Like, it's like a game of chess switching out, trying to get the upper hand. And the RNG with everybody living on 1 HP on three different Pokemon. And at the same time getting the fissure in this battle. My gosh, this battle is so insane. It seems to be the thing for Pidge Gaming and for the Coin Master here to always have these battles. We do get to see here what he's going to be bringing out. It is going to be the Reveroom. I wonder what he's going to be doing here. He could be doing Shift Gear. He could also be doing other moves like Magnet Rise to make sure he doesn't get hit by the ground type moves. We do see here that the Coin Master here does have to figure out what he wants to do because the Greninja is on half health. So it is not much to try to save against the other Pokemon that he's got, but right now it is a 3-on-3. But Pidge Gaming is on the upper hand because all three of his Pokemon are at full HP. Wow, the Coin Master's Pokemon, one is half health and the other two are full health. But we do also have to see what he's going to be doing here on this. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coin Master is taking his time trying to figure this out. You're all right on that, Billy Bob. He is trying to figure out what he wants to do here. I wonder if he wants to go out to the Torkoal with a very high defense and HP stat, able to eat the hits, do a Will-O-Wisp in case this thing tries to set up. But we do see here that he just has to go for damage just to make sure that Greninja does get to do something. We get to see the Terrestrialization on the Reveroom on Pidge's side. It is going to be grass. Unfortunate for the Coin Master. If he would have just went for another move besides Waterfall, he would be able to do so much more damage. He can still get a flinch though. He can still get a flinch, but he does not do that. As we see the Reveroom here go for Shift Gear. For those who do not know, Shift Gear raises the speed by 2 and attack by 1. Reveroom's not the fastest thing in the world, but being +2 in speed means that it's going to be able to outspeed a lot of Pokemon now. Unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I do see here. You are right, though. If the Coin Master would have went for another move, he would have been able to do some damage. But at the same time, it is so hard to figure out what the Terrestrialization, like for here, we see the Terra Blast Grass. That is one thing you cannot predict with any Pokemon with the Terrestrialization. That's what makes these battles so much fun. No matter what's in the battle, you can see the Pokemon that is going to be coming out against the other Pokemon here. Now, we do see the Torkoal come out, and we do see him trying to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is very smart. Even though Scorching Sands won't be able to do that much, we do see here that he's trying to make sure that attack stat is not going to be good for anything at all. But that is one thing about the Terrestrialization I will say as far as Billy Bob. It makes these battles so much fun because you don't know who is going to Terrestrialize besides the rules being the non-restricts, and you can just see we don't know what typing is going to be. We do see the Poison Jab on the Torkoal, which does land the poison. The RNG in this battle is insane. It is still insane as we see the Will-O-Wisp hit the Reveroom, which means that now its attack is halved. Even though it's got one attack raised, it is still halved, which means that none of the Pokemon on the Coin Master side is going to be taking that much damage from the Reveroom. Because with Unaware, it does not account for the attack raises, but it does account for the burn. So we do see here the Coin Master now has to decide if he wants to keep out the Torkoal because it only has Scorching Sands, or does he want to bring out the Dondozo to try to take off this Reveroom? He has so many decisions he has to make here. That is correct. He has so many decisions he has to make here. He does bring the Avalanche, which is going to be good against the Reveroom here. With the Reveroom definitely outspeeding here, we know that the Reveroom is going to go first. Avalanche is going to activate afterward, do double damage, and at the same time is going to cause massive damage. While the Reveroom, as you can see here, is not going to do any damage at all. Just because of the burn. That is very unfortunate. Because it can't, like you did say with the Unaware, it does not account for the attack raises on the Dondozo, but it does account for the burn as well. And we still see here he's going for Shift Gear again to try to raise his attack to do more damage. But unfortunately, because of Unaware, the attack raises mean nothing. So it'll still have the bird attack hitting the Dondozo. While we do see it go for Curse, raising the attack and defense. Because while Unaware ignores the attack and defenses on the opposing Pokemon, it still counts the regular Pokemons as well. So Dondozo can set up and be able to use the setups effectively while his opponent cannot do anything about it. We do see the Terra Blast come in on the Dondozo Dondozo. It does get +1 of defense, and it also ignores the attack raises, which is good because it does little damage, and with avalanches, able to take down the River Room, no problem.
Oh, man, this battle has got me on the edge of my toes, worse than high heels ever could. This battle is insane with the RNG and everything that is happening. The mental gymnastics, we do see the 3 minutes left in the battle. We do know that it is now a 2v2, but unfortunately for the Coin Master, he is still have one Pokemon at low HP, or not low HP, but half HP and poisoned. We do see the Bagheera come out, and we do know that with Earthquake is going to deal massive damage against the Bagheera. Ooh, the Iron Defense here as well. Unfortunately for that, the Unaware ignores the defense raises of the other opponent's Pokemon. That is going to be unfortunate here, as with the attack boost, it is still going to count that, and it's going to do massive damage, but the Bagheera lives in the red again! What is it with these Pokemon and living on slivers of health? I have no idea here, Billy Bob, but you are correct. The slivers of health matters all in this battle here. We do see the Shadow Ball go off on the Dondozo, which is going to be very unfortunate because Dondozo is very physical, not very specially defensive. But we do see here that the Magearna is going to go down, which leaves the Coin Master to only have to deal with the Palafin. But like you said earlier, the Palafin does have 670 stats. That is going to be very hard to try to beat with only the 2 Pokemon that he's got here. He's going to have to make decisions on how he wants to handle this because, wow, Dondozo has very high defense stats and stuff like that. He is still a ground type, weak to the Jet Punch and stuff like that, so that is unfortunate here. We do see the Coin Master decide to go out into the Torkoal for the drought and everything else, which is good on his end. That is good. That's what I taught this boy. That is very good here. Torkoal will be able to hopefully be able to live a hit. If anything, he'll be able to bring in the drought, which will be good against the jet punches and stuff like that. Maybe he might live a hit. We don't know. We don't know what the Palafin's going to be doing here. Well, we do know here that the drought is still going to be good against the Palafin because it'll help weaken those water type moves. And we do see a bulk up, which is very unfortunate for the Torkoal because while the Dondozo is going to be able to ignore the attack and defense raises, it is not going to be able, the Torkoal is not going to be able to ignore those raises as well. We do see the Torkoal's on 70 HP. He does try to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is good because if he manages to live and land it, he's going to knock that Palafin's HP attack down in half. We have 50 seconds left of the battle, and the Torkoal lives! The Torkoal lives, and it lands the Will-O-Wisp! You all right there, Billy Bob, but it does land the Will-O-Wisp, which means that the Palafin's attack stat is now halved. It's going to be very good for the Coin Master here. We do see that the poison does take up the Torkoal, which means that with 30 seconds left in the fight, we do get to see Dondozo versus Palafin. Seems like each trainer is going to have one move to decide to this battle, how this battle goes. Now, there's a lot of mental gymnastics here we have to consider, because while the Palafin is burned, it is a very high attack, and it does have Jet Punch, which is stab. However, Dondozo is ground type, is weak to Jet Punch. It does up to 92 damage. We do see the Earthquake happening here. It ignores the Unaware, ignores the attack and defense raises, which is good, and at the same time, we do see this here. It goes down into yellow, it does a little bit more HP because of the burn, and we have to see here who is going to win the battle because the timer is out. They're not able to click anything else. The battle is over. Whoever has the HP wins, which is the Coin Master. That is the most entertaining battle of the year. Yeah! My gosh, that battle was so intense from the first move all the way down to the last second of figuring out who has the more HP. That battle was so intense to watch, and all I gotta say, Peach Game, is GG. My man, y'all both have put a great battle here today. You are right there, Billy Bob. This battle here was such an amazing battle to watch. And with that, we'll be seeing everyone next time.